Hello and welcome to a new episode of Poetry Corner. I really hope you enjoyed the last episode and hopefully this one will be just as good, if not better. Let's go ahead and pick our poem and then get started. Okay. This one looks pretty long, but I think we can handle it. It's titled An Old Man and it's by Constantine P. Cavafy, and it looks like it's going to be a late 18th century poem. So let's read through it and see what we think. At the back of the noisy cafe, bent over a table, sits an old man, a newspaper in front of him without company. And in the scorn of his miserable old age, he ponders how little he enjoyed the years, when he had strength and the power of the word and good looks. He knows he has aged much, he feels it, he sees it, and yet the time he was young seems like yesterday. How short a time, how short a time. And he ponders how Prudence deceived him, and how he always trusted her. What a folly. That liar who said, "Tomorrow, there is ample time." He remembers the impulses he curbed, and how much joy he sacrificed. Every lost chance now mocks his senseless wisdom. But from so much thinking and remembering, the old man gets dizzy, and falls asleep, bent over the cafe table. Well, I think the most clear image of this poem and theme is just old age and regret. It seems as though this guy has kind of lingered on so long that he realizes that he missed opportunities when he was younger. Let's go through stanza by stanza and kind of talk about some of the imagery here. At the back of the noisy cafe, bent over a table, sits an old man, a newspaper in front of him, without company. So we get this image of this old man who's alone. He's in a noisy place, and the only company he really has is a newspaper. Kind of a cliche idea now, but I'm sure back in the 1800s it was not quite as cliche back then. The old man is only accompanied by the newspaper, and he seems lonely and just kind of stuck there. And in the scorn of his miserable age, he ponders how little he enjoyed the years when he had strength and the power of the word and good looks. So here he is kind of remembering the past, how little he enjoyed the years. This is going further into the poem where he talks about prudence and about making choices later on in his life. So in his younger years, he chose to be more conservative and not really going out and taking risks when he was younger. He had strength, power of word, and good looks. I interpret that to mean that he was physically fit, as in strength, power of word meaning he was easy to speak to, he had an easy way of speaking and a language that really helped him through life, and good looks, definitely again talking about that attractiveness and the youth and vitality that he used to have. He knows he has aged much, he feels it, he sees it, and yet the time he was young seems like yesterday. How short a time, how short a time. I think this is one of the strongest stanzas talking about regret. He sees that he's aged, he regrets not doing things differently. How short a time, how short a time. I believe he's talking about his life, that life seems short, that he wasn't able to do all the things that he wished he could have done. He ponders how Prudence deceived him and how he always trusted her. What a folly. That liar who said, "Tomorrow, there is ample time." I really like this personification of Prudence here. I think it's an interesting image to have Prudence, which is normally considered to be a good trait, choosing to be more conservative in your actions, having her kind of as a bad guy. It calls her a liar, someone who you trusted, but it was a folly to trust Prudence. Tomorrow there is ample time is something that Prudence had said. And Prudence, like I was saying, is normally considered to be a good thing, so personifying it here as a bad thing, as an enemy, a villain, is really quite interesting, and I think it really helps with this whole sense of regret and not accomplishing all the things that you wanted to. Next stanza. He remembers the impulses he curbed and how much joy he sacrificed. Every lost chance now mocks his senseless wisdom. His regret in this stanza is very clear. He's thinking back to the past and thinking about all those choices that he had to make when he was younger. How he had impulses, how he wanted to have joy, but he sacrificed all of that. And what did it get him? Is kind of the question that's left lingering there. It's mocking him now, this age that he's come to, this success that he supposedly has, where he's alone in a noisy cafe with a newspaper. That is not the kind of success that he was expecting to lead to by trusting in Prudence. And so he's kind of regretting not making those bolder choices when he was younger and sacrificing all that joy. But from so much thinking and remembering, the old man gets dizzy and falls asleep bent over the cafe table. I think this is the only solution here, the only ending that this poem deserves, is kind of an unresolved issue here. There's nothing you can do. You can't go back in time, you can't change what you did, so the old man is left only to fall asleep again. And when he wakes up, probably think the same thing again. It's kind of a cyclical poem because it starts off in the same place as it ends, and the man is going to go through that same thought process again and again, and you can see he's going to end up regretting some of those past choices again. So, moral of the poem, maybe be more impulsive, don't be afraid to take risks, and live your life and have joy. Don't expect joy to come in the future. Take the joy that you're offered now, and have no regrets, I guess. Kind of what it's saying here. Then again, that's just my interpretation, and I've only looked at it for just a second, so hopefully you guys will feel the need to comment in the comment section down below and add your own take on the poem and what you think it means and any of that. But thank you for watching this episode of Poetry Corner. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully there will be a whole bunch more. Thanks for watching. Bye.